Hey, 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 hey. Good evening, good evening. Thought I'd come in and chit chat tonight. Thought I'd just come here and run my mouth. So I see I'm gonna be in here with no miles. It's okay. It's just me. How you doing? So like I was sitting here thinking like what did I want to talk about? And honestly, I was thinking of a couple of different things. Like I was thinking about like relationships, talking about like relationships. But then I didn't know if I wanted to talk about past relationships or like new experiences. But I feel like if you talk about your past relationships, the first thing you have to talk about in the faults are you. And sometimes in telling like where I was faulted in the relationship or like where I may have been jaded and hurt or whatever, you'd have to tell the story first of how you were hurt. Because if I just started from, yeah, I just didn't trust people and why didn't I trust people? And I think sometimes that when we tell the stories that are wrong, like we never tell, I don't know, like in some stories, because in some songs, the wrong start with somebody else doing it to us, but so I didn't know if I wanted to talk about relationships that way. Did I want to talk about kids, like in being a mom and how sometimes I see people with their young kids and I realize how precious that time is. And like how you never get those first days of school back and how one day you look up and they're at the last first day of school. I'm like, wow. Well, at least those first days you'll take them to. Because even when you drop them off at college, you don't drop them off on the first day of school. You drop them on the days you drop them off. So, and when that time goes by, like, all you're thinking is, I can't wait till I have all these freedoms. And then one day you look up and it's like, man, I'd give anything to take you out to the park today and just enjoy it. Just enjoy the park and enjoy that y'all enjoy this so much. Hey, my Marianne, ain't sis. But yeah, so I was like, I don't know what I want to talk about. But I definitely want to come on and chit chat with you guys. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking how, I keep looking. I need to. I'm gonna do that today. I don't even want to speak on. I'm gonna look on it from my computer today, not from my phone, and see what it says. But yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about, but I was like, I definitely wanted to come on for a minute. Papa T, what? How is he having this whole rolling over party with himself? Who are you playing with, Bubs? Okay, anyway. No, here he come. Here he come. Here he come. He gotta get closer. He ain't close enough. He ain't close enough. So you gotta see how close. Bubba, you can't push me out the way. But look, you see his feet going up in there, Marianne. He ain't on nothing. Look. You see him? Do you see him? Do you see him back here? He called himself pushing me over. Who does that? Like, yeah, you saw me. I was sitting here talking about kids in relationships and how to give anything, take them to the party again. And then he did something. I was like, you know what? I can't. I just can't. I can't with him, but you are just an attention seeker. When they made up photobomb and they thought about him, when they thought about who come photobomb and they was like, man, who want to take right over? You see him. You see him there. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I just wanted to come on and run my mouth a little bit. That was my jam. I think I'm gonna rewind that. Lady in Red. I love that song. Um, but yeah, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. But then I was like, I kind of do want to talk about relationships because, like, when I think about relationships, it leads you to when um relationships led you to when you had a kid. I mean, because it all started, of course, my first relationship didn't lead to my child, but I'm just saying it's just that relationships led me there. And I remember y'all when I was young and I thought about like, the movie Adventures in Babysitting. I think I've told this story before. So, the movie Adventures in Babysitting. And at the end of the movie, hold on one second, my eye is bothering me. So, I can't focus on the camera and look at my eye. It's going to make it worse. Um, on Adventures of Babysitting at the end when she comes in and when he comes and he brings back her skates and he brings back her skates and then they're standing outside and then that song and then He Kissed Me came on and they start kissing. And so when I was young, every time I heard that song, all I thought was, I can't wait till one day some Prince Charming, and because he won't be bringing my skates back or whatever, or he was bringing the little girl skates back, but he just whatever he's doing. But then it's just gonna have this moment. He's gonna kiss me to that song, and I don't think I've ever kissed anybody to that song. I think well, I don't think I know. I know I've kissed people before and came home and played that song over and again and thought about the first time I kissed them. I remember that. And I was telling somebody, if it's one today, I was just telling some girls I work with. I was telling them when I had saw them today, I was telling them we were talking about relationships. And I was just saying that one thing I learned is like, if you can hold on to that like happy feeling you had when you were in that honeymoon stage of your relationship, that will hold the intensity and the fire, and it'll hold that thing that made you know that this was that person. Like, you gotta hold on to that feeling. Like, you can't lose it, because then you just become like, I don't know. I felt like when I was in a relationship, another thing that became is like routine. Everything was routine. And it was almost like living with your best friend, because it was somebody you could trust, somebody who knew you. They knew your good, your bad, your quirks. They knew, you know what I mean? You were comfortable. It was nothing, you know what I mean? And you were just comfortable. But like relationship wise, like the fire was gone. That passion, that intensity. I remember one day being like so la love with my guy. I mean, we just sat and kissed for like 2 hours, like kids, like little kids. And I remember, hey G5, hey my G5. Earlier I went in the chat. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn this off. I went in the chat earlier. I think it's because I'm in a lay position, so it's making me look at you all from an angle. And so it's really bothering my bad eye. But so I'm just gonna sit up for a second and talk, see if that works. If it doesn't, turn the camera back on. But yeah, earlier I was like, oh my God, I didn't see G5, I didn't see Trick Mama. It was somebody else I didn't see. So I made sure I put in the comments a hello to you, because I never, sometimes when I'm rewatching to go in that chat, not to see if I missed some mess, but to see if I missed one of my sisters, one of my brothers. And in that moment, because see, right now is the moment we know we're here. In that moment, I don't want to miss speaking and greeting you. So if I see you, I'm greeting you. If I don't see you, I can't greet you. Is that my Susan? Susan, let me tell you something else, sir. I actually looked up and I had deleted one of your messages. I put it full of the full blame on Nino. I'm fully blaming Nino. I am. We're gonna put it all on Nino, because I would never block anything Susan says. Anything. And you didn't even say nothing wrong. So I'm gonna take it on one of those times when he was all on my lap. We're gonna put it all on Nina. It was all me. It wasn't me. When I saw that, I said, wait, blocked by day. Yeah, wait. I mean, no, I blocked the comment or deleted the comment. Deleted by day. I was like, when did I delete anything? I didn't. I know Susan's got it. If anything, if I saw her, then she rarely ever even had to do that. I think, Susan, what if you did it maybe twice in the whole time? Knock on wood. Thank all the subscribers and kings and queens that come in here and make it that way. But I think she's maybe had to take off 2 comments or so. But I know, I was like, wait a minute. I did that. Sorry. Is that JC there? Is that my foodie Canadian brother? When the kings are in the building. Hey, my brother, I had to come out with my bad eye. Hey. How you doing? I like if I could catch Bobbles on a live while she's live, because then I could speak. I could say hey to everybody. You know what I mean? I love the panel. And I miss you, JC Bear, and I miss you and Mr. Unicorn's channel. I miss the foodie. I need your foodie in my life. I do. And I'm so glad you popped in to see us. How are you? Oh, really? You been busy? Yes, JC Bear. Oh, I love JC Bear. I love his greetings. I love his energy. I love his Now, JC Bear, I've been sending my lights out in my community. I had to come out with my bad eye to see you, babe. I want you to see me. Because in my mind, we all seeing each other. Because I'm like, oh, they see me, I see them. Because I see your spirit. And that's all I need to see when I see people. The rest is just a facade. But I'm so happy to see JC Bear. I love your energy. And I would definitely have, if you and Mr. Unicorn still had your channel up, I definitely would have it in my light because food is a light. Breaking bread is love and trust. So I love the food. I take a picture of anything I eat. And that's what I tell you. If I take a picture of it outside of when I took those pictures, when I said we were going to do the virtual barbecue, what you bring in, those weren't pictures of food I made. Those were pictures of barbecue. Anything else but food I ate, or I made. So we all know because I'm in the hospital. I'm in the hospital. Oh, no, I'm not. Thank God for that. We all know I'm in the hotel, so we all know most of it you see in this food I bought. But then you'll see cooked food because I do eat cooked food. I go to my besties for cooked food. You know what I mean? I do eat cooked food. I don't just eat fast food, but I do eat a lot of it. But yeah, so I'm still foodieing it up because I love the food. And like I said, I am an emotional eater, so I will eat. So it's not that it's all a good thing, but I had to start having a confidence and a love in myself so that I know the limits. And you all know, to this day, I still have on these beads around my stomach. So they do when I get full stop. So even if you see a whole plate, it don't mean at all times I sat and ate it all at once. And then sometimes you get like the other day where I'm gonna go hours and not eat, and then I'm going to eat late, which is so terrible for all of us. But I do it. So trust, even when I'm saying something, I'm woman enough to say just because I'm doing it don't make it right. You know what I mean? But I do love food. I love when people cook for you and they got that look on their face while they waiting to see you, and then they can tell that you enjoyed it, and they just get this joy because they were cooking from their heart. And you're enjoying it just made their heart dance. Because see, many times people will cook for you and then they'll sit there with you and they ain't even eating. But it's because you know how it is when you cook. Especially if you cook a lot, you don't be hungry no more. You don't even have to eat it. And sometimes if you've been tasting, you've been trying stuff, so you done got a little full. Because that maybe that's just me. Is that just me, y'all? Because I know I do. I know I do. But I love the food. I love talking with people about food. I love sharing recipes. Do y'all remember back in the day when people held their recipes to their chest? Like we only pass it on generation to generation, but we held it to our chest. But I love when people share recipes. And I love tasting something that's so good and then just thinking like I want to duplicate that, not just the food and putting the ingredients together. I want to duplicate that taste, that pleasure. Have you ever had something that gave pleasure to your mouth? I know some food is good when my mouth feel like it want to dance. Is there something wrong with me, y'all, that I feel like that sometimes? Is it? Don't judge me, y'all. Just be real. What up, comedian L? Are you driving while you listening? Be safe, bruh. Thanks for listening to us on the ride, though. I'm always talking to the food. Yes, yes. And I promise you, um, some of the things I told you why I started cooking later because I just was like, oh, people cook for me. I don't need to cook. They make anything I want. I mean, for long periods of my time. I mean, I could just tell people what I want. They made it. And I was finicky and they would make it just how my finicky butt wanted. And I'd be like, oh, yes, I love it. But when I started making stuff, one, I learned you had to taste. And then don't be afraid to try something. And so you know how you'll get a recipe? And then you think like, I don't eat that. So first time I make it, if I'm not allergic, I'm going to make it exactly to what the recipe is so I can see if those taste together. What is it that taste is giving me? You know what I mean? So maybe I can find something that I like to put in there, or maybe I could take something out and replace it with something different. You get what I'm saying? So I always like to do this, but I love to originally do the recipe. I love to, and I learned when I worked at Nordstrom's and I worked in a cafe and we had a chef. And the chef, when he would have the chef's dish, and people would say, "Oh, take this out and take that out," he would be in the back going bananas. Because he would be like, how the fuck is this the chef's meal if you're changing it? Taste it. Taste it. Stop being afraid to taste it. Let your taste buds explore this. So one day he had I forget what the dish was, and I was like, I want it, but I want to take something out. I don't want to take this out. I want to take that out. So I got it just the way he made it, and it was delicious. I mean, it was delicious. And the next day, and he was pissed. The next day, I tasted it the way I wanted it, like how I thought it would be if I took this out and took that out. And it wasn't the same dish. I had turned it to some old simple nothing when he had made it a chef's creation. Because, see, a chef can be given anything and make something great. That is the greatness of a chef to me when I think of a chef. Hey, Snuggle Bunny, how you doing? How you doing? I'm I'm doing as good as you can do, you know. Let me show you how my eyes are acting up, but I'm gonna show you for a bit. I don't know if you can see this animal behind me trying to push me over this way, but yeah, I'm trying to. Look, he right here. He guilty. He guilty. Look, he right here. Hold on. Put your paw up. Let everybody see. He right there. Why is he so close that I can grab his paw and dance with him? How can I give him a 5? He's that close. He's so close, I don't even have to reach out for the 5. I reach down. He's just right behind me. Just look, just all in my space. Just all in my space. Y'all know how I be around here. Y'all know how I be around here when you got these hood dogs. from the hood streets of Minnesota. Yeah, I'm talking about you, bub. But yeah, I love a good dish. Comedian L be cooking too. I told y'all, for anybody who never heard this story, and he in the building, so I'm gonna tell again. Thanks to Chef Finest Wine, I have literally in 2022 met some creators that remind me of what I love about creators, what I love about seeing on a platform where you can be who you want to be, or you can follow your dreams in a way where you didn't have to go to Hollywood. I mean, when I see that, it makes me very excited. And so Comedian L was one of the people that through Chef Finest Wine's references and big up in people and supporting each other, I found out about him. And I tell you, the very first video I saw of him, he was making pizza with his kids. And they were having real moments. You know, he was having real moments with the kids, and the kids would be, and they weren't robots, they weren't actors, they were just being kids. And I also thought, look at this melanin father on here. So if anybody trying to say they don't, I'm seeing some who do. So I don't worry about what don't. I know what do. And just to see it, when I love to see the fathers with the kids. Like I said, when the kings are in the building, I don't know. There's a safety. There's a peace and there's an excitement. And I'm just always like, when the kings are in the building. JC Bear, Comedian L, when the kings are in the building, Danny gets so excited. I get so excited. And so, but yeah, so I just love, I love food. But like I said, he be cooking and eating up a good storm. I saw you and sis doing that old nacho mud bang. I sure was like, ooh, I love me some tacos, nachos. I like every taco, y'all. I like fish tacos. I like chicken tacos, steak tacos. I like I like chicken tacos, steak tacos, fish tacos, ground beef tacos. I like I've even had um a vegetable taco. Now this is weird because it had mushrooms, zucchini, and onions with taco seasoning on it. Weird but good in a funny way. You understand? Like, I don't know what they did. I'm like, they had to saute those mushrooms. You know what I mean? But I had it before. I had went to a little taco party, and then one of the ones they had in there was like that. So they had all these vegetables, and it was different vegetables you could have put on there, but those are what I put on mine. You know what I mean? That those were the vegetables Danny used on hers. It was actually good. It was actually good. I put a little mozzarella cheese and some peppers on. Oh, it was nice. Of course, I was eating with meat tacos, but too, I had meat tacos too because I'm the type I'm gonna try everyone. If you give me one I haven't had, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. And I don't do pork tacos. Well, you know what happened because I'm such a foodie. JC Bear came in here and he used to have a food channel, food corn, in and that was CORN guys, not POR, you know. But it might as well have been because that's how I felt about the channel. It made me so excited. But yeah, so then I started thinking about food. Y'all know how I get about food. Hey, crazy cat mama. Y'all know how I get about food. I get talking about food and I can't stop. Oyster mushrooms the other day. Wait, what are oyster mushrooms? Because I tried fried oysters the other day. But what are oyster mushrooms? Wait, you've had them too, G5? Wait, what is an oyster mushroom? It sounds like it might be interesting. Because, like I said, I told you all, Danny's not drinking oysters, period. But those fried oysters weren't bad. They weren't bad. But Susan had told me if you get fried oysters, you got to be careful because if they cook them wrong, you're going to know and it's not going to be good at all. And I could tell because one of mine seemed like it was fried a little too hard. And I was like, I don't like that at all. Oh, I tried the frog legs. No, no. And Susan, oh my goodness. And when you said it to me, Susan, all I could think about when you after you watched the video and you said, you bit it the first time from the wrong way. As soon as I bit into the bottom, I thought, this is where this mofo foot goes. And a part of me almost fainted. I almost fainted like what is that movie? Monsters Inc. Remember Monsters Inc. when he think the baby is up in the thing and he take a faint and then he get up and he faint again? That's how I almost fainted, y'all, when I bit into that foot. But I couldn't because I was recording. I had to be strong. It took a lot because I'm telling y'all, I was about to lose it. And I was like, I can't take a part two. I can't start this over because if I stop it, I'm going to not eat it. So I'm going to have to just flip this thing over and taste it. So I think another reason I was a little turned off by the taste was because I bit into it wrong the first time. Like, yeah. But it's like if I never eat frog legs again, it'll be too soon. Yes, I bit the wrong, Snuggle Bunny, you love frog legs. Everybody seems to love them. And then some people tell me it's also about where you get them at, and it depends on how they fry them, depends on they batter. I don't know. But I know never bite from the skinny part first. Oh my God. No, not the ankle. No, they don't say stuff like that. See, I can't eat animal and say stuff. The ankle. Was that his ankle? Was that his cavity? He's like, oh, no, don't say that. Let's just call it meat. Because I tell you, I instantly become a vegetarian. I'll become a whole vegan for a couple of weeks. We get to talking too much about the animals. I promise you. You heard me. I said a whole week. Wait, Crazy Cat Mom says you'll never even try it. Crazy Cat Mom, that's how I feel about drinking oysters. Y'all, I'm telling you, this statement is not about to be PG-13. When I think of drinking oysters, that's all I'm gonna say. You take it where you want to take it. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm not one to complete the act, so I don't swallow. So therefore, Metrical, and I'm not saying they taste alike because I never even drank an oyster. I'm just saying some stuff if it make me, and then I told y'all I have issues with texture, like even with like feel and texture. So if that texture hits my mouth the wrong way, I'm not even gonna be able to swallow it. This sounds so dirty. I'm not gonna be able to swallow it. Is it dirty what I'm saying, or do I just have a dirty mind and I'm saying it and I'm thinking it's dirty? Which one is it? Or is it a little bit of both? I never know, guys. I never know. Poor Philly. Oh, I love portobello mushrooms. I like to do the stuffed mushrooms. I like to take some shrimp, saute them, whatever, just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Then cut them up into little pieces. Take some cream cheese, put it in the portobello mushrooms. And I like to get the big old ones so I can make like 2 or 3 of them. Sometimes I take the smaller ones and make little bitty bite ones. I take that, I put cream cheese. I put cream cheese in it, and sometimes when I put the shrimp, I put a little jalapeno, and I mix it up together. So sometimes now what I do is I take a bowl and mix that all up together. So then I just gotta put that into the thing, and it's even. It's not just shrimp in one piece on over here. It's in there, and then I put mozzarella cheese on top of it and butter. So I love to use when I do that. I love to use the Irish butter. Oh my god, that Irish butter will kill you, and it's so good. But anyway, so I use that amount of butter and I pour that around it on it or whatever, and then I put them in the oven. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I love those. I love those stuff. I told you, JC Bear, I cannot get back to my stove fast enough. But I know when I get there, it's just gonna be the right time. Bubba B. Mm. Who are you cussing out? My Bob, be nice. Oh no, I'm never gonna do squirrel. Crab meat is good with mushrooms. In mushrooms, ooh, I would try that too. I love crab meat. Is it me, or you guys know how you can go and go to like the deli, the seafood part of the deli in the grocery store or whatever, and you can either get crab legs in the shell, in the crab legs and break them. I love the whole process. I want to break them. I want to go through all that. Except for cream crabs, I really hate breaking those things because I actually can't just use my hand. And I like to gutter break my You know what I'm saying? Don't give me all that. Don't come giving me all these tools. I didn't even like cracking nuts with the nutcracker. So I'm like, don't give me all these tools. I just want to take my hands and crack this bitch in half and then pull the meat out and come out a big old ooh, baby. I gotta give me some bread. But anyway, but did y'all know that you could just buy the inside? And every time I see it, I think I want to buy some of the inside. And like what you just said about the mushrooms, I can make some little stuffed mushrooms with them. I can make a little crab salad with it. I could do, something like that. But I kid y'all not. I always look at it and turn my nose up and be like, I want the shell. Run me the shell too. I need to break it. I must break it. Then I'm sitting there breaking. He's like, I just want to hurry up and get to the meat. I'm like, well, Heifer, why didn't you just go on and buy? But I've never made it outside of there neither. So I'm like, how do you make it? How do you make them when you make it like that? You just put some butter in the thing and to make it that way. How do you make it? Anybody ever made it? Yes, real crab meat. It's like real salmon. I do not do frozen. No, no, no. We talking salmon. The only way you gonna get me with some processed salmon is if we doing the pink salmon in the can and make some croquettes. I will take that. But I like to make croquettes with fresh salmon too. But when it comes to my salmon, I like fresh salmon. Yeah, they'll piss you off. They will. They will get you every time. And them king crabs, you try to even pretend like you finna break them with your hands. You gonna cut into the palms of your hand. They are nothing safe. But I'm trying this whole mushroom. What? Hold on, I gotta get back to these things. Oh, I'm looking at too much. Wait, you used a portobello as a hamburger bun? Oh, I know that was heavy and feeling because portobello you can use as a meat. Some people use their portobello mushrooms and stuff like it's their meat. But I'm trying to get more into squash, zucchini, and it's eggplant. So it's so hard for me to eat eggplant because the eggplant is made so dirty. I told y'all that's how I used to feel about cucumbers. Cucumbers was so perverted, and people say so many dirty things like, "Oh, you know how many women buy cucumbers? They don't go buy toys." And I said, "Wait a minute." I told you I used to call it veggie tails. They was all veggie tailing it. I ain't lying. I can't make it up. I can't make it up, y'all. Oh, you don't eat mushrooms? I didn't eat mushrooms for a long time. I didn't, sadly, guys, I didn't eat onions for a long time. I couldn't stand, I couldn't stand onions for a long time. Oh, stuffed pork chop. Sounds good. I don't think I've ever had. I haven't ate pork chops in years. I rarely eat. It's, first of all, the only pork that is my guilty pleasure is really gonna be if you get a supreme pizza and it's pepperoni on it. bacon. And like if you get me brown some old folks sausage patties, gluttony comes on to me. Just something about it. But other than that, I don't mess with pork. It's very hard to digest and gives me terrible acid reflux. Hey there, my sassy. I love salmon. You don't eat any fish? Oh wow. Are you allergic, crazy cat mama, or you just don't like seafood? Because some people, it's either people allergic or they hate seafood. I've learned that. Like there's no in between sometimes. Grilled eggplant. Mm. Do you put anything or you just eat the eggplant? Susan, you told me you peel eggplant, right? Or was that zucchini? Yeah, bacon. Bacon is a hard thing to stop. You know, in my happy gangbanging days, though, I ain't eat no pork. Period. I'm sorry, pardon the body. I hate that I've done it, but I can't lie. If I told y'all I didn't, I'd be lying to the brothers and the sisters. I gotta keep it a buck. Oh, you're allergic to shrimp? Yeah, my nephew has shellfish and peanut butter allergies. Hmm. Yeah, and you know, a lot of people, like my brother, doesn't really care for fish, and like at one point he would eat tilapia. Like if we make grilled tilapia or on the Foreman, George Foreman grill, he would eat tilapia. But then when he saw that they were like mass making tilapia and stuff, he's like, "What they making tilapia?" And then he was like off of it. And so occasionally you can get him to get a little salmon, but he doesn't really like fish at all. He'll do jumbo shrimp, but he won't. Mm-mm. Ooh, zucchini in an omelet. I've never, you know what? And I love an omelet with spinach, onion, and portobello mushrooms. Y'all ever had that one? That one is fire. That is fire. And I did it once: spinach, onion, portobello mushrooms, and habanero pepper. Ooh, that was fire. Okay, and soak in the cold water before bread. Yeah, because that's what I said. You had gave me a like I said, guys. I love recipes, and when I get to a place, another thing with my IG is the best way of communicating. Send me a recipe. I'm gonna make it. Tell me what it is. I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do a whole video prepping, making, and then trying. The exception is oysters of all the ones you could eat. So crazy cat mama, you telling me you don't eat fish, but you eat oysters? Such a brave soul. Yeah, now I make this not used to I make this salmon pasta, and in the salmon pasta, so for the people that don't eat, like my sister and them, they were vegans for years, and they still study lots of the vegan, but they my sister eats salmon. So outside of her vegan, she's went back and she does do taking in salmon, but so she's not vegan anymore. But when they were into that, I would make their pasta with zucchini, broccoli, spinach, onion, green, I mean, yellow, orange, and red, bell pepper. And so it would have all that in portobello mushroom. It'd have those would be in there with theirs in noodles. That would be, um, their thing. And with the zucchini, I would always take the zucchini, cut it into, like the circles that come out like a quarter, make it a little thick, and then I would cut that into four pieces. Not too thick, but I cut that into four pieces. And then sometimes if I felt the four pieces too big, I cut a little bit smaller. And then I would, when I sauteed them, and then I would put them all, I'll saute all the vegetables together and do that. My little brother cousin makes one of the best vegetarian spaghettis you're ever gonna have. I kid you not. I'm gonna have him give me that recipe. But it's a vegetarian spaghetti, so there is no meat sauce, nothing. But it's a spaghetti and it's with vegetables. And I think One, I want to know what the vegetables he uses exactly are. Oh, I love jasmine rice. You know, it's my favorite rice. Oh my God, I love jasmine rice. Oh, I love jasmine rice. Sorry. Oh, that sounds good. I used to love to take smoked sausage, cut it up, um, cut it up, put it in with some potatoes, some green pepper, some onion, and for me sometimes jalapeno. I like hot chocolate. I'm sorry. And then I put that in the oven. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. I used to love that. And I'd always use red potatoes. Oh, I used to love that. Oh, I used to call that simple but fire. What's balt? Am I saying it about right? Balut? What's that? What my snuggle bunny say? Ooh, a stuffed shrimp with crab meat. Now, see, y'all, I saw a salmon stuffed on Tasty. Is that Tasty's? That they be doing the little shorts with all the food and stuff. Man, they did a stuffed salmon and it had crab and lobster in the freaking salmon. I'm not a big fan of lobster like that, but oh my God. Have y'all ever had lobster macaroni and cheese? I usually don't like anything in my macaroni and cheese unless I'm making tuna helper, tuna casserole. I don't really like nothing in my mac or hamburger helper, because that's macaroni and cheese and ground beef. But other than that, I'm like, no, I don't want. Like people love bacon and macaroni and cheese. I do not like that at all. I do not. I do not. But lobster macaroni and cheese wasn't bad. I love parmesan. She said, I don't need, she said you need blood. That's what I tell you about my son. My son can order all meat. We used to call him when he was a kid because he loved meat. We used to call him a meatosaurus. He never wanted his size. He was one of those kids when you'd be like, oh, we want this. And he'd be like, I don't want the french fries. So can I get two things of chicken nuggets? He'd be like, he just wants the meat. He's a meatosaurus. I want to know what balut is. Is it really? Is it a vegetable? Is it a vegetable? Is it a fruit? I have never had jasmine rice and fried rice. I bet it is. Is it me or jasmine rice always is perfect? And is it me or okay, first of all, when it comes to making rice, sometimes I feel like sometimes I make the most perfect rice in the pot. Because I always follow the ratio of water versus rice. But in the time and everything else, then I try to do it all the right way. But then some days you have a miss. You know what I mean? But while I was in Georgia, my sister had a rice maker, and I became very spoiled because one, your rice is perfect every time. And then secondly, I'm like, why the hell haven't I had one? Does anybody have a rice maker? Because it's one of the best things I've ever. But they have those Uncle B and Jasmine rice pouches. You can buy them at Sam's Club, and you can get a case of them. And you microwave them for 90 seconds. Perfect rice every time. I promise you. Hello. Oh yeah. All right. Bye. Love you. It's my mom. But yeah, 90 seconds, and I promise you, perfect every time. It's in an orange little package, and you tear it open, you leave it in there, you just tear it, put it in there for 90 seconds. And I thought this 90 seconds ain't gonna work. This rice is not gonna be ready with 90 seconds. Perfect. Silly with a kiss. When I was young, you watched the Prego commercials and stuff, and they always mwah, kiss when they made it because it was gonna be that perfect. So whenever I think of food, somebody's kissing their hands. You know what I mean? Oh, they eat them in the Philippines. Is a boiled egg. Oh wow. Wait, it has a beak. No, wait. And I bet it probably is good about it. Because I'm the type. Well, I think I do this because I'm a twin. If I crack an egg and it got two yolks, I can't eat it. Peace and bliss to you also. And when I first saw it, I thought it said, I see that's why you don't look. I said, does that say peace on to you? Does that say peace? And I was getting ready to say, Malaikum Assalam. But yeah, yeah, see, everybody's not good at rice, and some people are perfect with rice. Every rep, but then some people who are perfect at rice, I notice they make the same amount of rice. So they got that perfect. Just like people who know how to cook in for big groups, they can never make small portions. They got to make it big. They got to make you 3 days of the shit because they always make it. They're so used to cooking for multiple people. And then there's some people who don't know how to cook it in bigs because they used to cooking smaller portions. So they like, wait a minute, that's more seasoning, so it's a difference. You don't use a rice cooker, Cat Mama? I had never used a rice cooker until I was out there in Georgia. Oh, you're Indian and German, two beautiful things. If that's the case, I gotta have a little of me because I promise you. But no, she is giving me some new ideas uh with the snuggle bud. I mean, with the snuggle buddy, with the jasmine rice. I love jasmine rice. When you eat jasmine rice, I swear, you go to white rice and stuff. I don't care for yellow rice that much. Maybe it's because I always mess it up. And brown rice, I do not like. I do not like brown rice. I like wild rice depending. I know my best friend's dad used to make a what is those little, they're not chickens, Cornish hen. He would make a Cornish hen and he'd stuff it with wild rice. Delicious. 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 Oh yeah, see. You're great. Because like I said, I can make rice, like especially if I'm making a small pot, I'm good. But I start making them big when I'm all for some reason I just mess up. One thing I'm about to say about the food, that Indian food is very fucking spicy. I love hot. They say what you call hot is a joke. See, I love Mexican food, and you tell them hot, like you go in there and you go in one of them restaurants, them authentic Mexican restaurants. You like, yeah, make sure got money. I want it hot, or give me the hot sauce you got. Ooh, that sauce is on them tacos I had last night. That shit is hot, but it has a flavor. It has a good flavor. It's not just like the green sauce you get when you get some tacos. Like it is fire. It is delicious, but it's fire. Because they always say, "Oh, you like spice? I'm gonna give you some spice." You know what I'm saying? But honey, it ain't got nothing on when you get. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm talking about some of that Indian food be so hot, your lips on fire, your mouth on fire, your chest is burning, your ass gonna burn when it's over. Like you're like, whoa, hot shit. And they'll just be sitting there eating it. People who eat it, they ain't even gotta be from India. People who eat it, they'll just be like, what's wrong with you? And I'm about to die. But it has flavor. It's not just some old spicy food. Mm. I need to go to one of their restaurants. I ain't never went in their restaurants. If I've ever had the food, I've had it actually from people who made it, but I've never been in a restaurant. Now, my brother was in here, his best friend's wife is from India, and I swear he'll start telling you the meals, the name, the dishes. I don't know all that. I've actually never even made a dish before. I love pita bread. I love bread, and bread is so bad for you. I love bread. She said we live. Mm, okay. Y'all, wait, do y'all have Trader Joe's? Wait, I don't think y'all have Trader Joe's in Canada, do you? Wait, what is Nan's? Yeah, what is a Nan, JC Bread? Oh no, because I love me some good old, I don't play when it comes to my bread and my peanut butter and jelly and my grilled cheese sandwiches. I like some nice, soft, good bread. I love white bread. I love, like, depends on, I don't like all wheat bread. And when it comes to white bread, I really just want corned beef on it or something like that. But it's not too many things I like on rye bread, but I like bread. I like French bread. I love pita bread. Hey, Martina. That's my sis. How you doing? Oh, so that's like y'all Trader Joe's. That store like our Trader Joe's? Do you know what Trader Joe's is, JC Bear? Wait, where is it at that you might get shot? What town y'all talking about? Oh, because you can't find. Oh, okay. Oh, you said you might get shot if you go over there. Yeah, we got some neighborhoods like that where you're like, all right, man, I'm going in. I gotta go over there and get this whoop whoop they make. Okay, so you know. Oh, crazy cat mama, you make bread? Anybody else on here ever made bread? When I was watching this video, and they were saying, "Oh, it's so simple. Make your own this." And then I'm watching them, and I'm like, "Oh, wait, he's kneading dough. Oh, wait, he's making dough. Oh, but wait, I know I can't do all this. I can't." And then he literally like made I don't know if it was like a pizza crust, because then he wrapped it around so it wasn't like a pizza crust, but he made a meal. And I said, "Oh, I just wish I could just do all that." She said, "It's edible." Oh, Chi-Town. I'm right here in it. Chicago love. I love this city. All corners of it. Yeah, they say you live, and it's not the only place on earth, but I tell you, it's one of them. You live in Chicago, you live anywhere. And even in the outskirts of Chicago, because the outskirts are filled with Chicago. So remember that. See, now you know we're related. Yeah, I love Trader Joe's. Not that you not. I love Trader Joe's. When I think of certain stores I just love so much, Joe's is one. IKEA is another one. I love IKEA. I don't know about y'all. I love IKEA. I love Home Depot. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. I love Home Depot. There are some stores I just get happy when I'm in them. You grew up on homemade bread. I'm telling y'all, when I get a place, I can't wait to even give me a cast iron skillet. Cause just making some good old cornbread and that real cornbread in that cast iron skillet. And then my buddy had went and got her one and started making some when she make her greens and stuff. And I was like, girl, when you don't went away and just I'm not even gonna call it lazy cooking because I like Jiffy mixed cornbread. I do because it's a little sweeter. And I told y'all I drink milk. I eat cornbread with milk. You know, some people do it with cottage cheese and stuff like that, but I do it with milk, just milk. And so it's always best to do it with that kind of cornbread because it's got a little sweet to it. Now people like to do it with uh cornbread from scratch, but I like to do it with Jiffy mixed cornbread. I like Jiffy mixed cornbread. I do. Some people don't. Oh, what is that? What kind of pastry is that, Tina? Is it called baklava? Baklava? And what is the other one? Galataboraka? Cole? But I don't know how to pronounce them. But I think I was close on the first one. The second one, I'm gonna have to break it down. I probably are related. You'll be surprised. It's 3 degrees of separation. You said, but you can't make it now, G5? You can't make it, or oh, you never made it. Your mom would just make it, and your grandma. Oh, homemade bread. I could just imagine how good it would smell when it was making. Because when fresh bread is being made, it smells so good. Oh wow! You just found a brother in Alabama. Hmm. Right. I want to know. Wait, who delivering something? Because if they delivering, I want some of that overnight bread, honey, and I want some of them pastries Tina over here talking about. Oh, Greek food is good. I was just telling someone how it's so sad because we had a Greek town out here, and when I tell you all, our original Greek town to the old Greek town and all of the old businesses that were out here for years, you all had some fantastic food. And you go into the new Greek town now, you be like, baby, this ain't with the baby. Well, I need the old heads to come back out because, baby, I need you to bring it back. I mean, everything they did, the real guy rolls was there. You know what I'm saying? Like everything they did, they pita bread tastes like they was back there making it fresh every day. You know what I mean? Just every. But now I got my teeth. I never have to look back again. You love Jiffy cornbread too? Oh, good, I'm not alone. Yeah, we done got into all this good food. Look out, I'm about to ready to eat the chat. Or at least you could make a pineapple. I am definitely not your baker. I can make cupcakes, and we talking about box cupcakes. That's about as deep as it gets. And I can make one of those like cheese pies. I call it like a quick cheesecake, but it's not a cheesecake. Oh, I love walnuts. Oh, I love walnuts. I love pecans. I love walnuts. I love almonds, but I don't like almond joys. Everything better is better in an iron skillet. Should not lie. Is It's always a great investment. Oh, that's so good. You and your brother. I never been to Alabama. My buddy, he just went out there for a couple of months. He just came back a couple of weeks ago. He loved it. He said I couldn't remember that name, but I remember that taste. I know that's right. I know that's right. Jackie's restaurant. Where's Jackie's restaurant? Is that the south side, north side, west side? And you know, when you come to Chicago, you know we got an east side. People say we down. They say the east side of the water. We got a whole east side. What side of town Snuggle Bunny did he grow up on? Where's Jackie's though? 'Cause look, tell me where Jackie's at, and Danny will make sure she make a trip to Jackie's and eat something and do a whole video on it. I promise you that. And I love, I one of the things all these restaurants you see me posting food from are all restaurants here, out here around these areas. And most times I hashtag the restaurant. But so I definitely with that. Cause I still gotta take y'all to my boys Dex in Inglewood, my brother's friend. Mm. I love olives. I did not like olives for so long. I would not eat an olive to save my life for so long. And then one day I had a client and he loved to take olives, cut them up, and then put toast some bread, put cream cheese on it, and then put olives on it. And one day he said, Danny, come sit down with me and enjoy one of my favorite, happy foods. And I thought, oh my God, I don't like olives like that. But I'm gonna try this with him, and hopefully my gag reflexes don't kick in if I don't like it, because he's so happy for me to sit down with him. Y'all, I sat down and ate that. On my way home, I stopped and I grabbed me a doggone thing of cream cheese, a bucket, some olives, and a loaf of bread. I can't even lie. It was so good. It was the taste. It was good. Yeah, feta, and I didn't like feta for a long time. I didn't like feta, and I definitely didn't like blue cheese at all. But now I like them both. Sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah, Chicago pizza. Now I haven't had a deep dish pizza in probably about 2 years, because well, first of all, pizza and and that pizza sauce causes terrible acid reflux for me. That's why every time you all see me getting a pizza, usually you see me getting a barbecue chicken pizza, and I'll even do Alfredo pizzas because it's that sauce, and it gives me such terrible acid reflux. So if I go give me a piece of deep dish pizza, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy every piece of it. You know what I'm saying? For real, because I'm gonna take you to the real places and get you some Giordano's. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get some real good pizza. But Hansi, the heartburn is going to kick in from bite number one. And I'm gonna keep eating it. Oh my God, but by the end, I'm gonna be like, somebody, please. And then I'll still be saying to myself, why do you continue to eat that knowing what it do? Wow, you have I wish when my grandma passed, I would have just thought like take that skillet. I wish I would have and just thought like how great having a cast iron skillet is, like in them good old ones, honey. Ooh, that I just hold in the love of the food that was cooked for generations. Not saying like it's dirty food, nigga. I don't want to say that, but y'all know what I mean. Because somebody be saying, "Oh, wait, your grandma still had food in her skillet," and you be like, "Why would she have that food? Now she wasn't thirsty." Oh yeah, them things last forever too. Tina always cooking some big meals and good meals. Oof. Can't wait till I come by. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all, JCB, I'm telling you, when I get JCB, you so lucky. My parents are going to Canada next month. You so lucky that I'm not such a spoiled brat. That I'm demanding they take me on their anniversary. I mean, on my stepfather's birthday. But mm, I sure be like, y'all just drop me off. I'll be with JC Bear. And like a little kid, be like, oh, what are you cooking? Okay, be safe while you're driving. I know these people who just went into this room next door. They are very excited about the story they telling because I'm sitting here listening to it. I'm like, wait a minute, why do I hear what y'all talking? Season what you seasoning, Suze? I love when you still have things from your ancestors and from the elders, and oh my God, I just love that. It's more valuable than anything else, and it's not because of the value of its worth in money. It's because it's history. Even when you get something like when my granddad died and we had his watches, some of my granddad's watches were made, years earlier. So they made different than how they made later. Just like cars. You know how cars are. Y'all see these cars. I mean, these cars are so cheaply put together. You let one of these new cars get into a car accident, one of them old schools. Oh my God. Them old schools are built to last. They built to last. These new ones, they just throwing together fiberglass all over. I got into a car accident. I was going 10 miles an hour, and the person in front of me stopped, and it shattered the whole front of my car. I said, "Wait, y'all. I mean, I wasn't flying, and it wasn't no, and I didn't even full impact him because I hit the brake when he stopped, and I still hit him, and I mean, tore my car up." 56 in Pulaski. Oh wow. Oh wow, I know that neighborhood. Yeah, I know. I actually used to work on 51st in Paulina, so that's right by Ashland. Um, I used to be on 51st in Paulina, but my people, they always in them 50s. So I definitely know 55th in Pulaski. You not far from well, you're not really that close to us. You're not that far from Forest City, but that's Cicero. That's them 70s. Yeah, I know. 56 in Pulaski. Okay, okay. And I just learned, tell your husband, I just learned maybe about 9 years ago. I had left, my cousin stayed on 123rd off Pulaski. And I had to get all the way back to the west side. And I had to get to like Roosevelt and Holman to pick up my buddy's daughter because she was going to be late if she came from work. And I'm thinking, I'm coming from 123rd. And my cousin said, just take Pulaski all the way down. I didn't even know till then you could take Pulaski that far. See, we all know Western. Western made the Guinness book. Western long as hell. And it's a straight shot. It don't bend, it don't curve. It's a straight shot. You come all through this mod going Western. Some people say you can leave the state on Western, but I don't know. I've never rode Western out of town. No shit. But I just realized that about Pulaski. Okay, Chicago love. It's always love for my city and everybody who made it out and they some great person. I love it. Could show them Chicago got great people. That's a fact. They gonna be just like New York. You're gonna be a lot hotter because things going on, just like any place, and you adapt to your climate. But great people, great spirits, great souls, great talent, just great people all in the building. So Avi, hey sis, hey girl. Not only positive vibes, we talking about good food. Now you got to wait. Hold on, because I got to let Snuggle Bunny let her husband know. He got to tell me where this restaurant is so I can go. So I can go. Do you all remember a few years ago on what was that? Was it Chef Ramsay's Second Chance? I forget which cooking show it was, but the guy who ended up being the runner up was from Chicago. And actually, on my other page, I'm friends with him on I think he won. Matter of fact, I think he won. He was from Chicago, and his family had a restaurant out in Chicago. And then we hit the pandemic because I was telling him because I was getting friends with him during the show on Facebook, and I told him before he won, I said, I know one thing. I got to get to your restaurant because I just been watching you in here, and if you come from the heart and soul of that, it's like Italian food. I was like, I got to come up in there. And I said sometimes that we had the pandemic, so a lot of things shut down. But I definitely got to remember who that was. Oh, I'm so bad with names, and then somebody will say it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that is. But yeah, because I got to go to his restaurant. It's in my city. You're in my city. We got some great food out here. Look at me. So it is. It's on 56 and Jackie's Hot Dog. I definitely check it out because we got some of the best hot dog places that we had. Polk and Western had great hot dogs. We had Fifth over there on the west side. It was on Fifth and damn it, that's not home at Fifth and yeah. But they all of them, but most of them are closed. You know, those two are closed. But we got great hot dogs. They had the one in Maywood. They got a hot dog place in Maywood that did the hot dogs with the French fries on it. That was their specialty. Like we got some great hot dogs, and I fucks with hot dogs, especially you got beef ones. I definitely go by there. I definitely go by there. I swear tomorrow if I wouldn't be busy, because I'm gonna be out south tomorrow, I'd go by there tomorrow. I'm gonna be in the 90s though. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta pass the 50s to get to the 90s. Okay, definitely. I'm definitely going by there. 56 and Pulaski. I don't want to forget that. I screenshot that concept. I don't want to forget that. Jackie's hot dog. I sure will. Oh, you lived on Ava's. Okay, okay. Okay. You right off of I don't know about that what y'all call it, Hamlin or Independence. Because you know when you get out west, it's Hamlin. Well, it's Independence, and then when you cross Roosevelt, it becomes Hamlin. But Avis is a block off Hamlin. My guy was off of Avis, but out west, so I know Avis well. But I know just where you're talking in that area. Like I said, you know, so I know that whole little area you're talking about over there. One thing about you know about it, when you live in Chicago so long, anywhere, when you live in a city so long, somebody name an area, you can just start picturing stuff around it. You just start picturing what's closed, you know. In some streets, you can actually picture the four corners. Like, oh yeah, you got that gas station right there, that park. You know, you'll picture all the corners. I've been coming and floating through this city and driving and riding through it and on the bus through it and train through it so long, so long. Well, we definitely giving you some love. So we sending you love all through here. Because that's what we do around here to all the kings and queens. We come in and try to give them what we want that we can get, what they want that we can get. So look at that. I just sent you a crown and some hearts. Because so obvious always. I mean, I'm talking about in my subscriber days. Because some of these people, a lot of these people aren't from just I'm a content creator, you know? And I mean, just always nice. Always. I mean, like when I tell you, because some people they motivate me. Or like I said, because I'm a person who I watch everything around me, and then I pick up things and I say that was really I like that. And so no matter what, you come in the chat. I remember the first time I came over into Cups chat, and Cups is coming up on my like list too. It's like I said, if you on my subscriber thing, you're probably gonna be on my like list because the fact that I'm still subscribed to you means you're like. But when I came in, she was just sweet, and always, and no matter where I've seen her, and in different places, she's always exactly the same. And I respect you, and I appreciate you for that, Queen. I really do. I really do. You wanted some positivity. I had to give the positivity that you give out back to you because you are a positive spirit to me. And you about that like them the ones I love the most. I love y'all know what I love. You know how they say be a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. I say be sweet, kind, you know, be sugar and spice and everything nice, and fuck a mofo up if they even think they could try to play you. You know what I'm saying? Like you get them. You know what I'm saying? I love it like that. You ain't got to be all hard all the time. Nice thing you had to be hard all the time, so they knew you don't have to. Like I said, put the gun on safe. We okay up in here. Promise you okay up in here. See, this ain't like Suge Knight and Tupac when they was riding around and Suge said, take off your bulletproof vest. And then, you know, y'all know how it ended. I'm telling you to put down the safety and trust me, if anybody gonna get harmed up in here, let it be me. Because I never let it be you. Not on my clock. Not on my clock. I shut a whole live down before I let somebody come up here and hurt anybody's feelings. You understand what I'm saying? What you think? Is that hard not to? Some people be killing me. Whole chat and live be out of control, and they say I don't know what to do. It's easy. It's called. Hold on, let me go up here to end broadcast. You get. I just stopped it in seconds. But people will be pretending like they don't have a clue about that. Oh, I love you too, Snuggle Bunny. And real recognize real. I'm promise you that. They do. And the real out there, they just been sitting back thinking everybody wants the fake. Just like how the good men think all the women want the bad ones. But honey, I'm here to tell you, King, stand up. We looking for a few good men. King, stand up. Don't no woman want a man who don't want her. King, stand up. So that's what I'm telling you. I just stood up. You know what I mean? And when you stand, you'll realize how many will stand with you. You say, wait a minute, you was one too. Welcome. 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 Welcome to the king. Ooh, I just told him, hey, let me tell you something. When you talk about Cabrini Green, ask your husband, you know it. That's a city within a city. So when you know people from Cabrini Green, they don't say, "Oh, I'm from Chicago." They say, "I'm from Cabrini, Illinois." You say Cabrini. I remember one day I was talking to one. I said, "Wait, how you from Cabrini?" My mama lived in Cabrini, and she wasn't from Cabrini. And they said, "It is Cabrini, Illinois." And then I realized he said, "It's the city within the city." I said, "Respect." Respect. Much respect to all the Jacks we ever had. Oh yeah, so Abby is a sweetheart. Most of you all up in here are great people. Not most of you all up in here. Most of you, like some of you, trash. No, no. Mhm. Yes. Is that? Oh, oh. You know, hey, we probably do. I'm 42. So tell them I come from the structure. I come from the law. That's why I told them, yeah, I want to talk these real cheese. I know them in every game. Living, dead, or in jail. I said they locked up the structure in the whole city. Said, just trying to bring a little structure back. That's right. That's right. Let me tell you something. You know what I love? What y'all queens over here do? When you're with the kings, you acknowledge and you speak on them as a king. You don't never stop doing that. You don't ever stop doing that. Because trust me, there's somebody somewhere wishing they had somebody that'll stand by them. And see, to give encouragement to all the women who have had our heart broken, who have not had that, who are waiting for that, who thought we had it and get you show it, it is so. And that's okay, queens, because when you're wearing the crown comes for you. I promise you that. I promise you that. That's for me and for you. No, it's so. Oh, and he's gonna take your mind, body, and soul places it ain't never been before. I can feel it. Oh, the queens, when the queens and the kings are in the building. And then even my sisters on here who have told me about the kings they lost. And they still repping that king's name in a great way. Woo! Now that's love. Now that's love, honey. And when I know love like that really exists, I know love like that exists for all of us. It didn't just stop for you. It wasn't just made for you. It was made for all of us. But the key is to first find it in yourself. Because sometimes because of people, we done lost it. We done put it on the shelf. We done put it in the back. We done hid it so nobody else could hurt it, so nobody else could take it from us. Hmm. Oh yeah, we have fun up in here because we all come up in here with our crown on. We all come up in here and we make it easy to have a good time. That's why I said if anybody want to go tell somebody Danny made the chat and the kingdom the way it is, tell them no, she did. She just came in and told them it was okay to be safe. She just came in and told them it was okay to wear your crown. She just came in and told them it was no judgment, and everybody else came up and showed out. I ain't do shit. I didn't do shit but make the place. Y'all made it what it is. And I thank you. I salute you. And to everybody who come after you into the chat, you know what they see y'all doing, wearing the crown, they come in, they put theirs on too. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. And I respect you for it. I respect you for it. I promise I do. I promise I do. Oh yeah. Yes, yes, and we come from the heart in here too. These open hearts. So you got to be a little vulnerable to let people in, because y'all know when you're tough, you don't let no one. Get your good stuff away from here. Cause I'm too tough to let you in. She call me silly putty, cause I'm letting y'all in, honey. I'm letting y'all in. I'm letting y'all in my heart, my life, my world, my good, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you in with no strings attached. Cause see, most people let you in, but I guarantee they got a string on you. And they're gonna pull you right there when they need that. Pull that right up out of here. Mm. I know that. Say less, says I'm already knowing. And see, Chicago holds a bad seat for you, because especially when you come and when our men come and they come from the places like the hoods, the city, the real Chicago. So even whether you didn't live in the hood, because sometimes when people call it the hood, you live there, and you didn't call it a hood, you called it a community. You know what I'm saying? But when you come from there, they know that we all about to take over. You know what I mean? We love to be, it's a power. We move a certain way. So people want to prove that if I shut down the Chicago person, I'm tough. Or they want to say, I'm going to let you know that you're not coming over here to take over. But once they realize you just came, you from the shot, then you just the Chicago person. They call, oh, Chicago, Lord. Oh, that's folks from Chicago. That's Shorty from Cabrini. That's Cabrini. We call him Cabrini. And they'll just love on you. But at first, they definitely want you gone, especially when they know you have a different stand. You move a different way. You act a different way. That's why I tell people when I go to the South and they say, well, women in Chicago, they more like dudes next to women in the South. Well, we two different women living two different lives. So I don't judge them for that. That's just like if a woman from the South come out to the city and dudes are ganking over her because they think she's sweet. I'm gonna say because it's different people. So she gonna have to move a little bit different so she can let them know that once you told you ain't gotta be tough as a man, but these men need you to have a backbone. Don't no man want a weak chick. She ain't gotta be fighting. See, when you hear weak, everybody think that means that if you ain't weak, you must be fighting all the time. No, that's not the opposite of weak. But it's just a different woman. But all of us make up the great thing, the great body called women. That's right. Oh yeah, we talk about everything. We talk about everything. And talk about it. Don't be surprised if we playing a doggone game of have I ever and the questions get dirty because we got a dog have I ever. I mean, it happens around here, all right? We all grown. I told you I'm carding you at the door. I'm not I can't I'm carding at the door. You're 21, I need to know. And if you're under 21, you know what? I need you to be over 18. If you're under 18, I'm gonna need you to stay on the little throne. You're on the prince and princess throne, okay? Okay, because you shouldn't be in here now. You shouldn't be in here now. I reckon you shouldn't. But let me tell you something I learned when I was younger. Sometimes the youngest that think they so grown need to be around real grown people so they can learn the right way. If you're gonna be around some grown-ups, come play this way. But I'm not promoting children in my room. Please note that. But I know it's you too, and I know y'all being lurking in the bushes. I know y'all do. Y'all be the ones saying, yeah, I'm 18 and 25. They be 13 to 17. You be like, wait, what? I know how the internet works. I had teenagers before. I remember going to my kids and saying, how do you have a Facebook and you're not 13? And I didn't think about it because they lied about their age. You know what I'm saying? Like they just sitting around being that honest. They Girl Scout and Boy Scout honor, No. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's how I got to be. That's why I tell people, y'all think I sit around dance with people I don't like and try and cheer them up and keep them happy? No, I don't. I move around. We ain't even in conversation. That's right. You better be. You better be. I'm telling them, this is a game of chess, baby. This is a game of chess. And not only am I studying my every move, but I'm definitely studying my opponents. Every move. To the point that I'm gonna know how he gonna move the next time. And even if I lose to him this time, I won't the next time around. Because I know how he thinking now. I'm watching in every move what he possibly be thinking about the next one because I saw how he did it last time. So I know how you think. So that's life. So even when you watching stuff that is not what you're doing, sometimes it's gonna teach to help you better, and sometimes it'll teach you how not to be worse. You got to decide which one is there for. That's why I tell people I'm here because I've been bad enough. I done did it wrong. I'm here to give you the same shit that saved my life. Love. People loving me through, and then me learning to really love myself. Not just protect myself, defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Provide for myself, but truly love myself. And that's the person you got sitting in front of you. So it's all the good, the bad, the right, the wrong. You know, all of that made this. And I still got a lot of work to do. That's how you know you came a long way. Because it could seem like you got it all figured out. But you know, I just came such a long way that I'm finally not riding the fence. I'm just standing in front of it. So I can actually turn around and see behind me where I came from. And sadly, sometimes you turn around and you see people you love who don't even see that they still over there. And you know that the way I'm going to get them ain't going to by telling them, hey, you got to be better because like me, get on the other side. But I got to love them through. And I got to show them because they know I was over there with them for years. That look at me. And I didn't lie, steal, hustle, you know what I'm saying? Manipulate, none of that to get here. I just finally stayed a buck and I used my pain to give me the privilege to have peace. Because it was no longer going to punish me. It was going to become the power that fueled me to be better for me. And I didn't care what people thought. I knew what I knew. You know? And I knew it was all coming from a good, coming from my heart, or the best I could. So therefore, I can't give nothing else. And if that wasn't good enough, it just wasn't. And that's where I was. And that's how you got me here right now. And then, like I said, all the bullshit. And I was like, oh, the real got to stand up. People always saying I'm waiting for a leader. Maybe it's you. Or maybe you meant to nudge the shoulder to the leader that need to stand up. And been thinking about saying, I don't know. I'm just doing my part. And I know I ain't going to do it alone. It ain't just me. So that's it. And it's truly it. But guys, it is 10:30. I done came on here and ran my reedy mouth with you for a few minutes. Shot the shootity shoot with you. Seeing how y'all was doing. I have enjoyed running my mouth with y'all. So, Snuggle Bunnies, I enjoyed you coming in here. JC Bear, I really enjoyed you coming in here, bro. I love you so much. I've been missing you. But like I said, when I catch a live, I love to catch it so I can speak to all of y'all. You know what I mean? I got so much love for Bobbles. You know that. I got love for Attitude, but I got so much love. You know, oh, Bobbles and me go way back. You know, thank you, my Susan, for being here. I thought you had went to sleep, and I said, you know what? Let my Susan get her rest. I'm gonna come on in here. And I said, then I looked up, and sure enough, here you came. Always. I always got my back, sis. Thank you. I love you. And thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Y'all don't forget about my Emma Lou. You know what? Yesterday, who was that? Somebody in the chat said they hadn't been feeling good. And today I said I wanted to make sure we said, dang it. I'm going to have to go back to my chat. I'm going to have to put it on my community wall. Because I want you to know I hear you. I hear you. And if the only thing we can do is send love to each other and prayers for each other, that's a lot more than most people do. That's a lot more than most people giving each other. You better know it. Because that's the shit that's going to give you substance. They can give you money and it can run out today. And you still be in the same seat tomorrow.
Thank you, my crazy cat mama, for coming through. I enjoyed you. And I'm tempted to want to try that egg you were talking about. But when you said beak, I got a little nervous. Thank you, my comedian L, for stopping through, bruh. I really appreciate it. Who else? My G5. Thank you, sis. For my Marianne, because she got to know I cut down on my cursing tonight. I did real good. I figured for the PM I would give less, F bomb. I just tried. Tina, you got me wanting nothing but Greek food. That mean you do, and pastries. I love sweets at night. That's when I love them the most. And Snuggle Buddy, tell your husband, even though I know he just listening, we found Snuggle Love. I had to send a shout out to him too. Yeah. So Ivy, my sis, I hope you got some good energy and know we love you and we think you are great energy and always have been, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All of you all. I just wanted to thank you. Thank you for being in here. Thank you for enjoying and talking about a whole bunch of food. I took a few screenshots so I can make sure that some of these recipes y'all was out here throwing, I better see them on my Instagram. And JC Bear, I'm gonna go to Instagram and send you a friend request. I have a new Instagram. I need to start being more active on it. But that we're gonna use that a lot, guys. So when we're doing things. We can do them on there. We can definitely do them on there. And JC Bear, I'm telling you, whenever I do anything cooking, if you want to come up and do something, definitely always welcome. So as soon as I get into a place, you remember I said that because you a foodie just like me. I know you be booked and busy. I know you be booked and busy. But yes. Oh yeah, how could you not love bobbles and them dimples? I love me some bobbles. I do, and I have since I first met him. But yeah, guys. So, oh yes, I will send you that request. So, guys, have a good night. I will talk to you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. It's only a day. Look at Nino, because that's what I was saying to him. I'm gonna be gone for one day from him. It's only a day away. But guys, I will see you tomorrow. I love you guys. Thank you, and have a good evening. You were so sweet.